Hey, you've been sitting for a while, so I gotta get you juvenated, so stand up, please. Now, I was a sixth grade teacher for many, many years. I finally graduated after 40 years of sixth grade, so it took me that long to learn all that stuff. But I always took my students before a test, I would calm them down. And it's called the Atui song. They go Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta. You can sing that with me. And then I'll go thumbs up, and you go thumbs up with me. Then we start all over. And you can dance and move around. I want to see some jiving. Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta. Thumbs up, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta. Thumbs up, elbows in, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta. Thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta, Atui, Atui. Thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, bottoms up, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta, Atui, Atui, Atui ta ta. Thumbs up, elbows in, knees together, bottom up, tongue out. Good job, thank you. Thank you for participating. It's kind of strange, the big macho sixth grade boys, they don't want to do it because they'd be embarrassed. They're embarrassed because they're standing there looking like idiots. So you guys got into it. Thank you. Working with Mick Barris, he's my mentor. Don't let him know that though. We picked the theme, and it's Dare to Soar. So I'm gonna let Mick tell you about that, and we have a video that will match it.
Guaranteed? I'm making sure. I'm checking on his agenda. Dare to Soar is tomorrow afternoon. But I have something to say now, okay? I'm going to step out in the center of the room. Some of you know me. I don't like to speak behind the mic. It'll dovetail into what he's going to show on the screen. In 2002, Kei Fukujima from California was elected international president of Lions Clubs International. One of the things that Kei did was to solicit a blind motivational speaker, the name of Tom Sullivan. And Tom Sullivan ran around the world as a motivational speaker for 3 years. I never met Tom until a special occasion. In 2003, he used to be the Texas Lion Boys Camp. It is now the Texas Lions Kids with Disabilities and Diabetes. Tom was invited to come down and do a motivational speech and leadership training for the staff and the membership to run the camp down there. And I was fortunate enough to join him. And that's the first time I met Tom Sullivan. Who was Tom Sullivan? It's a very interesting story that he shared with me. He was born blind, and his parents went to all kinds of different people to find out if they could reverse that blindness. And one doctor in particular said to Tom and his wife, his parents, he needs to be in an institution. There's no hope for it. Put him in an institution. And Mom and Dad Sullivan decided at that point, no, we're going to do what we can with our son. So they built in their backyard sort of a fence around it. The neighborhood with several row houses. We were afraid he might get out, a little bit. So this fence was put there. And Tom would be out there and he'd listen to the neighbors. And the kids having so much fun. You try to climb over that fence. And on the other side, kids being kids, you can't come, you're blind. He went through that for a number of years until he went over the fence. He climbed over and joined the kids on the other side. He became the leading kid in the block, even though he was blind. Tom went on to graduate from high school with honors. Then he went to an Ivy League school. He graduated with honors. He also was on the wrestling team. And he's the only blind guy to ever win a national championship wrestling. What a man, huh? But he began to do a path motivational speaking, writing music, composing songs, and he even made a movie on his life. He directed, he produced it, and starred in it. What was the title of the movie? If You Can See What I Can Hear. If you can see what I can hear. Think about that. He produced that movie. He went on to be an accomplished writer, musician, speaker. As I look at that theme, if you could see what I can hear, what he's really saying, and I forgot one thing. He concluded his speech down there by saying, if you take it all in, you've got to give it all back. Is that what we do? If you take it all in, you got to give it all back. Did he give it all back? Even as being blind? And when I look at that statement, I think, pay it forward. Isn't that what that's saying? You take it all in, give it all back, you pay it forward. Is that who we are? As individuals, as Lions, as districts, as states, as the world? I've been around the world a lot when I was on the board, and I think the politicians of the world should look at us and how to get along. Right?
Yeah.
Every religion, every dominant, everything in the world, and we all get along. We don't care what color we are, who we are, we're just there in one common purpose. Pay it forward. That's sort of an introduction to what you're going to see right now. Okay? Oh, you want me up there again? Oh, yeah.
Good
no,
job.
you introduced.
This is called the bench. Ready?
It's a nice day today. It's warm. It's a very warm day today. Yeah. Can you describe it to me, please?
Excuse me?
Can you tell me what do you see out there? Can you tell me what you see out there, please? Please.
The sky is clear blue. The trees are blowing in the light breeze. There's a young boy flying a kite with a big smile on his face. His dad's running right behind him. He's so fixed on the kite that he nearly stepped on a young couple having a picnic.
What else? What else?
Feeding each other cheese. He dropped the cheese and fell to the ground. There's a couple of guys playing soccer over there. They seem to be taking the game very seriously. One of the guys is pushing one of the opponents. There's a beautiful pond in the middle of the park with all the ducks taking their daily baths. All the kids are standing around the pond and they're throwing bread in, and the ducks are fighting to get a meal.
What else can you see?
Looks like we have a birthday party on the left. Beautiful mother is setting a birthday cake in front of her son in a wheelchair. He blew the candles out and she bent down and gave him a giant kiss on the cheek. On our right, we have a young couple laying on the grass. The man is serenading her with a guitar. She can't take her eyes off.
That's nice.
There's a couple of kids buying some snow cones over there. One of them.
Hey, we've been looking all over for you.
That's me. I gotta go.
Oh, wait. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Martin. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh, I will. I most certainly will.
Dare to soar. That's what it's all about. If you've seen me and you've been walking around with me, Craig knows it. I always have my crackers. Roofers Originals. And the people that are helping and doing things, kind things, I give it to them and say, thank you for being original and stay that way. Go to a hotel receptionist, do that, and they work hard. Those little kind acts, the words that he said, made that guy's day. Being kind to each other. On the back of my phone, I have a green dot. It reminds me what to say to people. They go, how you doing? And most response we get, pretty good. And what does that mean? Why not say awesome? Just by saying awesome, you're telling someone it is a good day for someone. Or fantastic. As a sixth grade teacher, depending on the day, Monday, your adjective had to start with M if you were asked how you were doing. And if you left, you didn't say have a good day. You say make it a good day. It is up to me to make my day good. It's up to you. It's our habits. That's the dare to soar stuff that we're talking about. And that's why Mick and I chose this. And as ex-educators, we like to see people soar. My goal in life was every year, positive influence on one kid. I can't touch them all. I can't control the bus. I can't control what goes on home. But if I do one kid, I was successful. If I was a positive influence on two, I was a super teacher. That's how important we are. Trying to help one person to soar. And that's what Mick has done in his life and what I have done and Mr. Jim Reynolds. We work to make people soar. And we do that as an alliance. So that's what our team is. Okay, thank you, Dave. So at this time, we have several clubs in Wyoming that have reached the 100-year mark. We call them century clubs. And last year we presented 9 of them. Okay. I got 3 more to present today. Newcastle.
Stay in front of the camera, would you?
Huh?
Stay in front of the camera.
You know, I got this from them. I went to the visit, and they go, "You got to stand there." And I'm a district governor. I don't have the power. The camera has the power. You know. So Newcastle. I got to read my notes there, Dave. I'm sorry, I'm moving.
The point was pointed right at the podium.
Newcastle, I knew they weren't going to be here. I delivered it. They were chartered October 9th, 1922. My next presentation is, do I have a rep from Pine Bluffs Lions Club? Oh, that's me. We were chartered in November 2nd, 1922. And with that, when you had Diane Pitts last year, she brought a special medal from South Carolina for each club. So we get a South Carolina, and it's a century pin from International Director Diane Pitts. So if I can have President Dusty walk up here, I'd like to the district plaque to the Cody Lions Club, chartered in December 11th, 1922.
Get a picture.
Photo out yours too.
You in my way? Want me to get it?
Well, I'm here.
Okay.
I made it. Gary, can you get yours too? Whoops.
Get your camera out of the way, Dave. Okay.
Get
Try again,
yours.
bud.
The professional photographer has to better smile.
Drop my professional phone. Professional phone.
Gary, you want to hold your plaque up too?
Okay, great, thank you.
Good smiles.
Thank you. Got it, Dave? Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks for Cody for hosting.
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
You should sit there.
So we had a plaque made. This will be in Shumway Hall in our camp. Shumway Hall is a main dining area and kitchen. And it lists all our Century clubs. Okay. And the plaques were made by Craig Thompson. So this is anybody going to the camp? Well, you can't right now. It's snowy up there. But this will be hanging on the wall and we can add to it. So that goes to the district and the camp. Want to talk about the tours, maybe? So thank you. Thank you for the 100-year clubs.
There are 2 tours available. We could decide on whether to ride transportation, we didn't have enough people, and they said it was worth it, but it's not that far. One is the Buffalo Bill Center of the West. It's a Smithsonian museum. If we work together, it's the largest collection of everything cowboy and Indian and everything else in the entire United States. To get them, you go on the front door, go to the town. This is 16th Street. This supposed to be, you have to make a big turn on 8th Street. You'll be there, okay? So that's available to you. One that I'm partially enthused with is the Internment Center at Heart Mountain. And if you've never been there, this is really dramatic. I would suggest you go. You go out the front door and turn right, head towards Powell, Wyoming. So 13 miles. It's where 14,000 Japanese Americans were interned in World War II.
I can see his
And,
back.
There's some neat connections between the community of Cody I'm going to share with you tonight. We have one of the executive directors coming here for about a 10-minute program on what is going to happen here, because I went out to talk to them, because what they're focusing on, does this sound familiar? One of Lions Club's international purposes, to create and foster a spirit of understanding among the people of the world. Is that who we are?
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do out there. It's going to be a brand new center. They just broke ground on it. I'll tell you a little more about it tonight. I'm telling you, it's a dramatic experience. They have actually videos of people who returned there during World War II. Think about it. It was the 3rd largest city in Wyoming at the time. 14,000 Japanese Americans. I'll tell you more about it tonight. It won't be long because we want the magician to come. But I really advise you do that. Just go out and take a right, follow the road to Powell, 13 miles out on your left. And they have you a group rate. If you go as a group, I don't care if there's 2 or 52 of you, it's a group rate if you wear your badge. Okay, I couldn't get that done at the Buffalo Bill Center of the West, but your experience there will be dramatic also. There's 5 museums under one roof. Indian Plains, Western Art, the largest gun collection, Buffalo Bill Museum, and the Draper Museum of Natural History. So there you are. Enjoy your time and be back here. The magician's performing tonight. He performed at my 80th birthday party. He is something else. He'll get you involved. He's tremendous, okay? As far as daring to soar, I'm doing a program tomorrow with some people that have dared to soar in their life in the afternoon. And one is a 16-year-old boy. So that's a teaser for you to be there. Okay?
So pick a tour and enjoy that. We will start tonight's festivities at 6 o'clock. We have just a open bar, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
No host, right?
No host, but Dave, I just volunteered Dave. I heard him, he's gonna host. Dave, you should have speak up when I'm listening. Thanks, Dave.
You never listen to me when I ask you to stand in front of the camera for our audience. So why should I listen to you?
Use some IA, put it on wheels and just go around the group.
I already got one that I could remote control and move around.
It's old history. When I taught, I never at my desk unless the kids were out of the room. I found out I had best troubles. I taught to the back of the classroom. Okay? And then up front, if the kids turn around and I'd see them, I said, boy, you should shave. And I go, oh, it's the back of your head. I'm sorry.
So everybody out there
But
seeing.
I moved around the classroom. I didn't stay in one place. I just can't do it. I have to show energy.
88.
I gotta have the energy, so enjoy your tour and then we'll see you around 6 o'clock.
I'm gonna count you because I'm going out there. I'm taking the magician and his wife out there, so we'll see if we're there.
One more?
Oh, no, Gary, I'm sorry. You need a ride?
You wanna do it now?
And
Would you come up and stand in front of the camera to do it so the audience out in the world can see it?
You're just like the club. Every time I stand up at the club, they tell me to stand up tall.
You know what? I think I'll become the tech chairman and then I can control everything.
You know what? I'm about ready to give it to you. You want me to broadcast it all over the state, but you won't stand in front of the camera so they can see you.
Dave, let's go, Mitt.
Mick Barris. Hey, Mick.
Mitt.
Hey, Mick, pay attention. Come on. You know, 25 years I've been traveling with Mick to go to the Lions conventions. And when I joined, it was just something that I knew that if I'm going to be a Lion, you go to the conventions. I've learned a lot. Mick has taught me a lot. We've had a lot of fun. We've told jokes up and down the road. And this year, the program was Dare to Soar. And I know Mick doesn't like plaques. And that doesn't say he doesn't like him. He's just got boxes and boxes of them. And so I, in lieu of everything that Mick's done for me and for all of the Lions, I decided I'd give him one of my photographs because he's never bought one from me. Anyway, this is the plaque the picture I'm gonna give him that I photographed. And since it's Dare to Soar, I got the eagle for you.
See what the photo.
Oh,
Right there.
You have to turn it around too.
this way.
Mitt, walk over there.
Come on, DL, you've got to be in it.
Yeah.
It's media.
We're-
Cool. Okay.
Beat a Gary seminar tomorrow afternoon, followed by my Dare to Soar. I've got 3 people that you're gonna love what they've accomplished in their life. It isn't just me. I brought in these special people to tell you what it's Dare to Soar about. You know, if you look in your packet, there's a Dare to Soar picture. Did you look at the back of it? It was in your packet. It has Dare to Soar. In the back of it tells you what it means to Dare to Soar. Powerful, isn't it? It is. Okay, so there we are.
And Mick lives that. He doesn't just write it, he lives that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, enjoy your tour. Thanks for your participation and your attention. We'll see you at 6.
Don't forget your credentials, I just happen to have them. You need one.
Jamie? Yeah. I know who that is.
Apologies if you're watching. I should clue in all of our speakers that we're broadcasting, because some of them didn't seem to wear the phones from the camera. So I apologize for the backs, and I hope you enjoyed what they had to say. Tune back in this evening for our next broadcast. And that will be at about 6:15. Will give us time to eat before we actually start the program. So, thanks for joining in. Have a good day.
So you guys going out?